Austraeoh by Imploding Colon, read by Deathlight, Chapter 181, Broken. Rainbow Dash? Ember speaks said in awe. She followed the Pegasus down a narrow corridor lined with torches as the two marched deeper into Sanctuary. Do you really expect to fly your way to the Dragon Matriarch and negotiate for Sylvatal? No. Rainbow smiled without looking back. I planned to knock on the Matriarch's door and let Princess Luna do all the talking. Even at the risk of your life? If the Matriarch is willing to risk boredom by chatting with a princess, then sure. But... Ember gulped and caught up with Rainbow Dash. No Sylvadan had ever seen the Matriarch up close, had ever survived the experience. What makes you think that you'll do any better? I think these will help a bit. Rainbow exclaimed, waving her wings. Ember's brow furrowed. And what if those fail? Rainbow paused and shrugged. I've got my swag. Ember blinked, then smirked bitterly. If I didn't know better, I'd say that you weren't taking yourself seriously. Hey, what's going on in this home of yours is the utter definition of serious. I don't take kindly to ponies being burned alive for simply wanting to protect their homes. Totally not cool if you ask me. None of this is your concern. I mean, you're an outsider. When ponies suffer and stuff, I kinda think it's my business. But why? You're a Pegasus. You gotta be the winged steward of all things. No. Rainbow Dash looked directly at her. It's because I'm alive. Ember Speak looked back. She exhaled and muttered. You're gonna get yourself killed. I'll do anything I can to avoid it. Death sounds annoying. I hate annoying things. Wouldn't your queen think? Princess. Whatever. Wouldn't this Luna character want you to stay out of danger? I mean, you're more than just a world-traveling pony, Rainbow Dash. You're the only piece of your homeland this far out east. Doesn't that mean anything? Don't you owe her to keep yourself alive? I owe myself a lot more. In what way? To be better. Better than what? Rainbow smiled. Exactly. Ember stared at her for a prolonged time. After a sigh, she stated, So there's no way I can talk you out of this craziness? Hey, there's one thing I'm addicted to as of late in my life. Rainbow Dash struck a pose, grinning. It's craziness. No kidding. Ember squinted at her. But do you at least know how to get to the Matriarch's whereabouts? I was hoping to figure that out by nightfall. I shouldn't have even bothered saving your life, said a low voice from the far end of the corridor. Ember immediately bowed. Rainbow sighed. Look, before you start. She turned around with the bored eyes. I got your council's blessing, and you would not have been around for the council to bless. Summers remarked with hard, thin eyes as he marched towards her. If my team and I hadn't salvaged you from Dragonflame in the first place. Rainbow Dash cackled. So this is what happens when you don't get your way, you royal tantrumness. You resort to a guilt trip. There's a reason why I risk the lives of myself and my fellow comrades to spite the dragons. He actually strolled to his stub and firmly said, Is to save the flesh of ponies from burning. Now tell me, Rainbow Dash, was bringing you safe and sound to Sanctuary worth your consideration in the end? You're betting a whole lot on the Matriarch turning me into a colorful cinder, huh? It is not a matter of luck. We're dealing with absolute fact. If you go to the Matriarch, you will die. You've got ears beneath that bony helmet of yours, right? Rainbow raised an eyebrow. I'm pretty sure you heard what I told the council. Princess Luna of Equestria is gonna have a word with the dragon and talk some sense into her. The Matriarch shows no grace or kindness to ponies. She decimated an entire army of equines from the south. What makes you think that the words of a single alicorn will sway her anymore? 'Cause no alicorn has ever interceded in a brave little civilization before? Miss Dash? Ember stammered nervously. Rainbow Dash pushed her aside to glare hard at Sam Rose. You know, I think you don't like change, do you? In fact, I think you enjoy being miserable and struggling against pain and ash all your life. All my life, and the life of Sylveon royalty before me, had their existence defined by pain and suffering. Sam gnashed his teeth. And there's a reason for that. The Matriarch's will is stubborn and malicious. She will not budge for anyone or anything, regardless of the divinity behind it. How do you know that? There's a saying in Sylveon, those who think they can find the sky find a grave. And there's a saying in Equestria, you're full of crap. Your gal is admirable but foolhardy. The grand project is enough. You need not sacrifice yourself. Oh, because you're so worried about my well-being. Please! Everyone once again tried to interject. Can we just... It's a comforting excuse, isn't it, to say that you're concerned? Rainbow Dash smiled wickedly. Face it, Prince. All you want to do is go out there and split dragon necks. Spilling blood is like drinking coffee to you. You can't start the day unless you're unlapped around intestines. Well, I'm sorry. But all war is good for is for more suffering. It's gotta come to an end, and I'm in the right place at the right time to do something about it. Sam frowned viciously. If you think, somehow, you have it within you to single-handedly change centuries upon centuries of strife. If you actually think you have the faculties to bring peace, you don't know peace. Sam suddenly held Rainbow Dash in a vice grip. You know nothing! He sneered into her face. Not even yourself. I know the look in your eyes, outsider. I know the look of a pony who has taken a life. Rainbow Dash's jaw dropped. She did not protest. She did not retort. Her ears drooped, as did her wings. Rainbow Speak's eyes traveled nervously between the two. She shivered in the sudden silence. You preach to me about violence and doing horrible things. What are you really flying away from, Miss Dash? Do you really, truly think that so much distance and so much daring can fix something so broken? Rainbow was silent. She gulped and gazed off towards the torchlight with a pale face. Sam glared at her. The anger left his face, replaced instead by cold lethargy. With flaring nostrils, he relinquished his grip on the Pegasus. Go to the Matriarch if you must. I've done all I could to protect you. He marched off towards the dark, beyond the narrow corridors. Don't expect a prince like me to put your pieces back together. Heaven knows the Matriarch certainly won't. Still as a stone, Rainbow felt her haunches, as if the pendant around her neck weighed several new tons. She ran a hoof across it, shivering. Rainbow Speak watched as Summers trotted off. Gently, she turned to the visitor. He gets very passionate about every pony in Sanctuary. He sees us all as brothers and sisters, including you. So please, don't take what he says too serious. If it's okay with you, Ember Speak, Rainbow's voice cracked. She swallowed a lump down her throat and stammered. I kinda wanna be alone right now. Ember almost protested, but bit her lip. Her ears twitched as if from the echoes of Sam Rose's words, and she quietly gave Rainbow her wish. She walked away, leaving the Pegasus alone with the dancing shadows. Rainbow closed her eyes and took several deep breaths, but none of the power to relax her.